Oops. I meant to play this song.
I heard the door slam and I couldn't tell. Was it just the wind or was she mad again? Oh, hell. She's getting in her car. I hollered, baby, is there something wrong? Thought I heard her say something sounding like I'm gone. But these days gone can mean so many things. Well, there's gone for good and there's good and gone and there's gone with the long before it. I wish you'd been just a little more clear. Well, there's gone for the day and gone for the night and gone for the rest of your doggone life. Is it a whiskey night or just a couple beers? I mean, what kind of gone are we talking about here? Well, it's getting dark out. She ain't back yet. Ain't called home. Turned off the phone. Oh, man. This might not be good. I would have stopped her when she went to leave, but I didn't cause I didn't really think what I'm thinking now. I'm still not sure what gone is all about. 'Cause there's gone for good and there's good and gone and there's gone with the long before it. I wish you'd been just a little more clear. There's gone for the day and gone for the night and gone for the rest of your doggone life. Is it a whiskey night or just a couple beers? I mean, what kind of gone are we talking about here? Is it the kind of gone where she's at her mom's, cooling down, she'll come around? Or the kind that says you had your chance, and she ain't coming back? Well, there's gone for good and there's good and gone and there's gone with the long before it. I wish you'd been just a little more clear. There's gone for the day and gone for the night and gone for the rest of your doggone life. Is it a whiskey night or just a couple beers? I mean, what kind of gone are we talking about? What kind of gone are we talking about? Yeah, what kind of gone are we talking about here? What kind of gone?
Ain't that a beautiful one? All the songs have meaning, and, I think that there's a couple questions that the viewer has to ask. I mean, the viewer just has to honestly, and me as an investor, I got to ask these questions, but I ask these questions before I even enter the trade, so it's it's not hard for me. He says, "What kind of gone are we talking about? Is she gone for good, or is she good and gone? Like she already left, type of stuff. You know what I mean?" So I hear that as an investor, and sometimes I wonder what kind of wrong am I looking at? What if I'm wrong about crypto? And I've got this channel, and oh my gosh, I've got all these followers, and what if I'm wrong about crypto? And what kind of wrong are we talking about? I am the best. This is my untouched chart of SILJ. The entire asset class is running towards the median of an Andrews pitchfork. I could be that kind of right. But the safe thing to do right now is look at the crypto landscape and ask, what if I'm wrong? Like, really, what if I'm wrong? What are we looking at here? What's the bear argument? Is it the kind of wrong like oil, where we just stay sideways for a year? Or, because I was wrong about oil. Oil's been sideways for a year, but, the money's been flat. Is it that kind of wrong? Where crypto goes sideways for a year? Or is it like ARK? Because I was wrong about ARK in early 2021, and my plan was just to average into the big caps if I was wrong. And I was right about the large caps, but I was looking for a wave one and a wave two way back in October 2021. And one by one, Roku and PayPal fell below these lows and they cascaded down. And we're only now still trying to climb the right side of the base up into wave three, wave C for ARC. So the viewer has to ask, what if I'm wrong about crypto? And I've said since before Bitcoin topped, what I'm doing is I'm hedging with this ETF, WNTR. I'm hedging my IBIT with WNTR because as long as MSTR owns Bitcoin, they own over 650,000 Bitcoin. I can check every day. As long as MSTR owns Bitcoin, I can hedge with WNTR. So I've told you guys what I'm doing is I'm buying 50% WNTR, 50% IBIT. And that's been working out really well. When Bitcoin's down, MSTR is down even more. So WNTR pays a huge dividend. I get good positive total returns. And I can reinvest the dividend into cheaper and cheaper Bitcoin. So that's what I could keep doing. I could just keep going 50% WNTR, 50% IBIT, and averaging into that pair. And that would honestly be a really good idea. There's a few other things I can do that get pretty fancy. I could go 2/3 MS. Sorry, I could go 2/3 WNTR, 1/3 this ETF MSOO. Now look into this ETF. Instead of it being a daily ETF, it rebalances monthly, and instead of having the full leverage to the downside, it only has one level of leverage to the downside, so 1x to the downside, but potentially 2x to the upside up to a cap. This ETF is MSOO. So what could be done is 2/3 WNTR is paired with 1/3 MSOO, and then this is a leverage ETF, but it does have a cap. So this is something that would take a lot of research. Another thing that could be done as MSTR crashes, what I can do is I can pair MSTR commons with WNTR. Now, how well is WNTR performing? WNTR is performing so well that if I invest 6,000 out of 10,000, or if I invest 60% of my money into WNTR, it will basically pay for the entire investment. With only 60% invested, it will pay for the entire investment with only 60% invested if MSTR falls, i.e., if Bitcoin falls. So, what I could do is I could invest 60% WNTR and I could do 40% MSTR. Now, I've shown you guys the Elliott wave, how MSTR can go to 1,000. So MSTR can 5x. What I could do is I could invest 40% MSTR, 60% WNTR. That still has me rooting on Bitcoin to crash, even as an altcoin investor. So we have to get that out of the way. WNTR is the answer. As long as MSTR holds Bitcoin, WNTR is the answer to what if I'm wrong. It's 50% allocation. WNTR is going to be the best crypto hedge in the world. There isn't a better crypto hedge in the world than WNTR. I can't believe that everyone doesn't talk about WNTR, honestly, because it is the best crypto hedge in the world. And as MSTR falls more and more, the dividends are going to explode. The implied volatility is going to explode. And I can use those huge dividends to buy MSTR directly, and I can accumulate it risk free. I could go 50-50 if I wanted to. So that could be another answer, going 50-50 WNTR and MSTR. But 60-40 WNTR and MSTR is still going to have that upside convexity, or just what we call that upside with MSTR, but it's still going to have you quote unquote rooting for Bitcoin to crash. So that's MSTR and winter, because what the Bears have is they're gonna say this is 1-2-1-2. This is ABC, and they're gonna say this ABC is gonna be really ugly. This ABC is gonna go well below 147, and they're probably gonna have MSTR going into the 60s before it bottoms. So if that happens, WNTR 60% is gonna print, and then eventually I can start accumulating 50% WNTR, 50% MSTR, but 60% WNTR, 40% MSTR is probably going to be the optimal mix right here. Still have me rooting for that downside so I can sleep. So let's look at Bitcoin. And by the way, the bears aren't going to say this, but from a Elliott wave perspective, this is objective. This is wave one, ABC wave two. Even if we go below 147, eventually there's going to be that equal legs bottom, and the wave 3 target at minimum is the upper 600s before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high and wave 5 is the length of wave 1 places the wave 4 low, then MSTR is going to 1072 after it bottoms. So that's why accumulating MSTR could be really interesting. It's why accumulating Bitcoin could be really interesting, so long as holding MSTR is holding Bitcoin. WNTR can be an amazing hedge to do both of those things. So that's MSTR. Let's look at IBIT for a sec. What if I'm wrong about IBIT? So the Bears are going to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, we'll just. What do I say first? What I say first is this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3 of wave 3, beginning at the 78.6% retracement. That's still my bias. That's why I'm still accumulating IBIT with WNTR. And that's even why I've been accumulating IBIT with BCCC, just running the half right on Bitcoin. So I think one way to do this is 50% winter WNTR, 25% IBIT, 25% BCCC. So IBIT is the iShares Bitcoin Trust ETF, just to be clear. I believe above 42.98, it's swing for the fences. This is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3 of wave 3. The length of wave 5 is the length of wave 1, placed at the wave 4 low. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high, IBIT is going to 100. So it's double the money on Bitcoin above 42.98. So we're going to get into now, what if I'm wrong? Okay, so this is what the bear argument is. The bear argument is that I'm wrong. And they're not just that I'm wrong like oil, where it's going to be sideways for a year. They're saying I'm wrong like it's arc, and we're going to see a cascade. And I'm not talking about I am talking about the cascade, the subduction zone, but we'll get into that at a different time. You saw that post from Daniel, Growing Daniel, right? Growing Daniel. He's joked about being in the CIA. He makes the same joke I do, that he's an undercover federal agent. He makes that same joke. That's where I got it from. I thought that was so funny. 71.82. Yeah, he makes that same joke about being an undercover federal agent that I do. And his posts are influenced by government operatives. It's hilarious. It's so funny. And he's posting about the earthquake now. Haha. So if the Bears are right, they're going to say it's something like this. Oh, shoot. Yeah, he jokes that he is being influenced by federal handlers. Isn't that funny? Now he's posting about the mega quake. I cannot believe I moved that fib. 71.82. I think it's good when y'all see me raw. Because work does go into these charts. But yeah, so the Bears are going to say this is one, two, three, four, five waves up. This is wave one. And they're going to say this is wave A, B, C. They're going to look for a wave two not to end where I'm calling it for it to end. They're going to look for a wave two down here to 32.68. So if I'm wrong about Bitcoin, the Bears are saying the 78.6% retracement you should really be buying is down here at 32.68. I think Coinbase does a great job defining the risk reward too. Bulls are looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC wave 2, above 231.17, just a $17 stop, or yeah, above 231, that's less than a little less than $20 away. This is wave 1, ABC wave 2. We've already reached the equal legs target, whereas on MSTR we have not. So the length of wave 1, placing the wave 2 low, takes Coinbase up to 529 before a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. So Coinbase and IBIT have really nice lows to trade against. For IBIT, it's 42.98. For Coinbase, it's 231.17. Now, this one I'm pretty confident I smoked out of the park. Tesla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, wave 3 of wave 3, bang, ABC wave 4. I predict wave 3 and I predict wave 5 perfectly. Notice how it's riding this trend line perfectly, heading to 536, 537 for waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That just ends wave 3. We have a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. So 536 is not the top. Tesla's going much higher than that. It'll be time to start zooming out and looking at the big picture because this was a 1 2 1 2 wave 3 of wave 3 of wave 3 Elliott wave nest I was calling for. So it looks something like this: 1 2 3 4 5 to 536 before shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher in red. That would complete wave 3 in blue. We'd have a shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher in blue. So Tesla's unfolding into a series of 345, 345 right now. And that's why the TSLP and CRSH combination has been so recommended. 50% TSLP, 50% CRSH has been highly recommended. GameStop turned around today. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Wave 3 of wave 3 of wave 3. GME can absolutely explode at any time. I like it above 18.73. The length of wave 1, place of the wave 2 low, takes GameStop way, way up there into the 70s, the mid 70s before shallow wave 4 and a wave 5 higher. If wave 4 retests the wave 1 high and wave 5 is the length of wave 1, place of the wave 4 low, GameStop can head to 120. So that's GameStop. It has an insane risk reward above 18.73. It has insane risk reward. It also has a covered call ETF MEY from Yield Max. So 50% GME GameStop commons can be paired with 50% GMEY and above 18.73. That would be a marvelous trade. So, what kind of wrong are we talking about in crypto? They're going to say this is wave one, wave two, wave one, ABC, wave two, and they're going to look for this for Solana. They're going to look for A, B, C, and they're going to say Solana's going to crash towards 50 and that I'm wrong. So this is why WNTR is so important. It's why as an altcoin investor, 60% WNTR, 40% MSTR is really interesting for me because I want to be rooting for the downside. I have a huge WNTR position. Like I have a, it's my biggest position. My biggest position is WNTR, and it's hedging crypto everything. So if MicroStrategy sells, to be honest, that wouldn't be good for me. That'd be pretty bad for me if MicroStrategy sells Bitcoin. If that doesn't happen though, WNTR is printing massive dividends. The NAV is doing incredible, and it's allowing me to buy these digital assets at cheaper and cheaper prices, including Bitcoin.